This meeting to order. Roll call.
Mayor Tonita Gurla Giron.
Present.
Councilor David G. Romero.
Here.
Councilor Barbara Casey.
Here.
Councilor Vincent Howell.
Present.
Councilor David A. Ulibarri Jr.
Here.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. We do have a quorum.
Thank you very much. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Councilor Howell, would you do the moment of silence, please?
Lord, thank you very much for our beautiful weather that we've been having. And please help us do the right thing and give us the guidance to really be focused for our community.
Thank you. First of all, I want to thank each and every one of you for being here this afternoon. Hopefully it'll be a good meeting.
Thank you, Madam Mayor, members of the council. The next item on the agenda is the approval of the agenda.
Madam Mayor,
Councilor,
I'd like to make a motion to move item 8 right after public input.
item what?
Executive session.
Executive session.
Oh, executive session. Okay, so you want to
And
move
with
that
that, I make a
after?
motion.
Okay, that's
Second.
okay. Roll call.
Councilor Ulibarri Jr.
Yes.
Councilor Howell.
Yes.
Councilor Romero.
Yes.
Councilor Casey.
Yes.
I have a motion by Councilor Romero and a second by Councilor Casey.
Also, under executive session, because the motion was made, should we be more specific as to why we're going into executive session? Madam Attorney?
Now or at the time the motion, at the time the motion is made to go into executive session.
Okay. Is there any way we should amend that? Or should we at this moment?
No, not, I
When we
would
go
say
into-
at the time when
The motion to go
the
into
motion
executive.
to.
Okay, then we'll, okay, got you. Okay, thank you very much.
Motion carried.
Thank you, Madam Mayor, members of the council. The next item is public input, and we have no one for public input.
Point of order, we have to approve the agenda as amended first.
I apologize. Yes, ma'am.
I move that we approve the agenda as amended.
We have a second.
Councilor Romero.
Yes.
Councilor Ulibarri Jr.
Yes.
Councilor Casey.
Yes.
Councilor Howell.
Yes.
I have a motion by Councilor Casey and a second by Councilor Howell. Thank you, Madam Mayor. Motion carried.
Thank you very much.
The next item is public input, Madam Mayor, members of the council, and we have no one for public input.
Okay, thank you very much.
And then the next item is executive session.
Okay, Councilor Romero.
Madam Mayor,
Yes.
make a motion to enter into executive session for personnel matters as permitted by section 10-15-1 H2 of the New Mexico Open Meetings Act pertaining to the rehire of approval or disapproval of rehire for the city police chief and city attorney.
Okay, good. Thank you very much. Do I have a second?
Second.
Roll call.
Councilor Howell.
Yes.
Councilor Ulibarri Jr.
Yes.
Councilor Casey.
Yes.
Councilor Romero.
Yes.
A motion by Councilor Romero and a second by Councilor Casey. Thank you, Madam Mayor. Motion carried.
Thank you very much. Okay, we'll enter into executive session. Motion to reconvene into regular session.
Madam Mayor,
Councilor Romero.
make a motion to reconvene, and I'd like to note that only those matters specified in the motion for closure of the meeting were discussed in executive session, and other matters were discussed.
Thank you very much. Do I have a second?
Second.
Roll call.
Councilor Ulibarri Jr.
Yes.
Councilor Howell.
Yes.
Councilor Casey.
Yes.
Councilor Romero.
Yes.
I have a motion by Councilor Romero and a second by Councilor Casey and Councilor Howell. Thank you, Madam Mayor. Motion carries.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Madam Mayor, members of the council. Now we'll go into business items. The first item under business items is continuation of professional service contract with Chief of Police David T. Bibb, effective July 1st, 2019.
And I will turn it over at this time to Danelle Smith.
So, Mayor and Council, this is the continuation of the contract, which will, the Chief of Police's current contract will expire at the end of this month. And so what I proposed is that the contract be continued until the date of the organizational meeting after the 2020 election. Because under the rules of the charter, the new mayor, whoever that would be, has the right to appoint all the 4 charter officers. And so while we don't know at this point whether there will be a runoff, so we don't know exactly the date, but we know that the date of the organizational meeting would be the date that the new mayor, whoever that would be, would have the right to make that appointment. And then in terms of compensation, that is certainly at the call of council, but as I understand that
At $78,000?
the $78,000 is the suggested amount of that contract.
Okay. Do we have
Other than that, the
Madam
contract
Mayor?
is the
questions,
same.
comments?
I was ready to make a
I
motion.
know. Okay, no
Okay.
question, comments? Counselor Casey.
Madam Mayor, I move that we continue the professional service contract of Chief of Police David T. Bibb at the $78,000 per annum amount.
Do I have a second? Roll call?
Counselor Romero?
Yes.
Counselor Howell?
Yes.
Counselor Casey?
Yes.
Counselor Yulabri Jr.?
Yes.
I have a motion by Counselor Casey and a second by Counselor Howell and Counselor Yulabri Jr. Thank you, Madam Mayor. Motion carries.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Chief. Would you come up here, Chief, please, and congratulate the council, the governing body, I should say. I am part of it.
Thank you. Madam Mayor.
Keep up the good work.
Officers, present arms. You guys are the best.
Thank you so much. It's beautiful. Okay.
Thank you, Mayor, members.
Second.
Thank you, Mayor, members of the council. The second item on the agenda is the continuation of the professional service contract with City Attorney Esther Garduño Montoya, effective July 1st, 2019. We have Ms. Danelle Smith.
And Mayor and Council, I have suggested that we continue this contract, and it would be for the same term that I had discussed until the date of the next organizational meeting in April or May of 2020. And compensation was proposed at the rate of $105,000. The rest of the contract would be the same as it is currently.
Okay.
Madam Mayor?
Questions, comments? Counselor Romero.
Danelle, I have a question on the consensus. I've had a concern in the past, and could you, for the record, give us your definition of consensus?
Okay. So this is paragraph 2C of the contract, or proposed contract. This came up in the first place because back in the day when I was in-house city attorney, there would be times when members of the city council would come to my office and they would, direct me or ask me to start researching some particular issue. And so several years ago, when I was assisting the city in terms of the city attorney contract, I wanted a clause like this in the contract because I wanted it to be clear that city councilors did not have the ability to come to me individually and direct me to start doing work on some particular project. So I suggested this language so that, here we are at a council meeting, an issue arises. They turn to the city attorney, she doesn't know the answer to the question because she didn't know that this issue was going to come up. And so, we have a full-scale discussion, and it's clear that we need the city attorney to take a look at this issue. And so, this is not a matter of a vote about whether we're going to direct the city attorney, because that issue is not going to be on the agenda, so it would be a violation of the Open Meetings Act to have a vote about saying, city attorney, you have to do this. But my idea was that, we're having a meeting, and it's clear from the discussion
to the city attorney that she needs to take a look at whatever this issue is, because it's clear that the group needs an answer. And so it's not about a count. It's not like one person doesn't want her to do this. You know, to me, the city attorney looks at the discussion, she sees what the issues are, but she has not had an opportunity to really take a look at what the facts are, what the law is, and to come up with a legal opinion based on the facts and the law. So the reason that I asked that this language be put in is to give the city attorney, one, direction that individual city councilors cannot go to her and give her direction to start taking a look at some issue. But if here we are in an open meeting and it's clear that there is an unclear issue that she cannot give an opinion about because she has not been advised in advance that this issue is going to come up, then, you know, by simple, you know, logic, she would then know that she needs to go and take a look at this issue so that the next time it comes up, she will have an answer for the city council. And that's, to me, what the meaning of this consensus provision is.
And this is for legal opinions, correct?
This is for legal opinions, yes, absolutely.
Just to get that right, so an agenda item comes up, there's legal concern that she's not aware of. One person dissents, but, you know, it's obvious to her that, you know, the rest of the council, you know.
Need an opinion.
Yes. So, because one person dissents doesn't mean that she stopped everything, right?
Right, no, to me, it's like, here we are, because it makes it a point to say that at a regular or special meeting, so that here we are in a meeting, it's clear that there's an issue, she has not researched it because she didn't realize that this was going to be an issue, and, you know, I always think that, you know, it's always best to try to give the city attorney a heads up about issues that are going to arise, but things happen at a meeting. And, you know, I would think that the city attorney at that point would simply, you know, use logic by, you know, it's clear that this is an issue that there is a concern about. We don't know what the answer is. And so there is a consensus to the city attorney that she needs to research this issue based on the facts, based on the law, so that the next time that this comes up, she will be able to give an opinion about whatever this issue is.
And, thank you. So again, this is for legal opinions, not direction to take legal action or file judgments, correct?
Absolutely. I mean,
Okay.
it says specifically to seek to obtain counsel as to a specific matter or a legal opinion as to matters of city business.
Okay, gotcha.
So, I mean, if there was ever a time that the city council was actually going to take action, there would have to be a vote about that. I mean, if you're going to file a lawsuit.
And it would have to be on the agenda.
It would have to be on the agenda and you would be voting about that.
Gotcha.
So that is, you know, it's legal opinions that come up, issues that come up in a city council meeting that, you know, this is how she gets direction about what it is she's supposed to be doing. One of the ways.
Any other questions? What's a pleasure for you?
Madam Mayor, continuation professional service contract with the city attorney Esther Guardino Montoya, effective July 1st, 2019.
Do we have a second?
Do we have salary? They want to put the rate in your motion?
Madam Mayor,
Yes.
may I amend the
Oh,
motion
yes.
to add
The salary,
the
$105,000.
$5,000 to her salary, 1,005 instead of, sorry,
105,000.
105,000 instead of 100.
Okay. Do you,
Yes.
okay, it's okay that you amend the motion. Okay. Now we have a second. Counselor Howell, roll call.
Counselor Romero?
Yes.
Counselor Howell?
Yes.
Counselor Casey?
May I explain my vote?
Usually, we don't explain the votes because we are, you could have argued that, but go ahead, I'll allow you.
I'm not going to argue, I just want to explain it.
Go
I
ahead.
just want to say that I appreciate Danelle explaining the consensus issue. I don't totally agree with it because I don't trust that that might actually happen. But of course, I do support our city attorney and I vote yes.
Okay. Any,
Counselor Yulabri Jr.?
Yes.
I have a motion by Counselor Yulabri Jr. and a second by Counselor Howell. Thank you, Madam Mayor. Motion carries.
thank you very much.
Congratulations.
Thank you, you're doing a great job. Okay, now I need a motion to adjourn. Unless
So
you want to go
moved,
back
Madam
into
Mayor.
executive.
I move that we adjourn.
Okay, do we have a second? Second. Roll call.
Counselor Merrill?
Yes.
Counselor Yulafree Jr.?
Yes.
Counselor Howell?
Yes.
Counselor Casey?
Yes.
I have a motion by Counselor Casey and a second by Counselor Howell. Thank you, Madam Mayor. Motion carries.
Thank you very much. Meeting